And we are following breaking news out of British Columbia, and let's get to it. That controversial ostrich farm in the province in Edgewood, BC, a cull of ostriches is now complete. This story began almost a year ago when the Canadian Food Inspection Agency identified an outbreak of bird flu and were concerned about contagion. And so they ordered the ostriches to be culled or killed. And then that led to a huge legal battle that has played out over the last 10 months by the farm trying to save its ostriches. The confirmation that the cull has happened coming from the RCMP in BC as well as the Canadian Food Inspection Agency itself. This battle went all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada. The court decided on Thursday it would not hear the case. The Food Inspection Agency saying that in a release after consulting experts who are experienced in managing ostrich disease outbreaks, the agency concluded that the most appropriate and humane option was to use professional marksmen to carry out the cull. This farm in Edgewood is still under quarantine because of the Health of Animals Act. Let's bring in, from the RCMP in Vernon, BC, Kris Clark. He is a senior media relations officer for the force in the province. Kris, good to see you. Thanks for taking the time, and I appreciate your patience.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, lots going on. Can you tell us what happened here from the RCMP's point of view?
Yeah, so after yesterday's decision, our role really didn't change. We were there to keep the peace, ensure safety, and enforce the law if necessary. We were certainly aware of the decision and the potential outcomes that could happen, and we're prepared to proceed, or for the CFIA to proceed with their operation. Shortly after 3:30 yesterday, we closed the road for public safety reasons to limit access to the farm and ensure the safety and security of the site while the CFIA conducted their operation.
Right, and so that operation is now over, right? You can confirm that, just to be super clear on this?
Yes, that's correct. The dynamic portion of their operation concluded last night, and they've now moved on to disposal and then, of course, eventually demobilization.
Right, disposal of the ostriches themselves. And just to clarify as well, no arrests were made, no injuries as well as part of this operation?
That's correct. No one was injured and no arrests were made last night.
All right, we have a statement, I believe, as well from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, just to give a sense of what they're saying. As part of its disease response policy, the CFIA has culled the ostrich population on a farm in Edgewood, British Columbia. The premises is still quarantined under the Health of Animals Act. What does that mean, Kris, being quarantined? Because the RCMP plays a role in that as well, correct?
Well, that's probably really more of a question for the CFIA. However, what I can tell you from our perspective is that while the CFIA remains on site, they've requested our presence as well. And that's simply due to threats that their agents and contractors have received over the past number of weeks. They will be moving forward, I believe, with respect to communications with the farm, with respect to that quarantine. So more of a question for them, really.
Threats have been made, a lot of anger, of course, on the part of supporters of the farm as well, and some anger directed at the RCMP for the role the force is playing in this operation. Any concern there, Kris?
Well, we've investigated a number of threats, that's correct. And there has been a lot of passion, a lot of emotion since we arrived on September 22nd. That has ebbed and flowed a little bit. Certainly there was more at the beginning and then now at this particular juncture. And there were a number of weeks where the protesters were actually quite calm with us. Of course, when certain things like this happen, there's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. So that simply comes out through words a lot of the time. In this particular case, we're continuing our investigation with a number of threats towards CFIA agents as well as their contractors.
Kris Clark joining us from Vernon, British Columbia, Staff Sergeant with the force. He is the spokesperson for the RCMP. Hey, good to see you, Kris. Appreciate your time. I know it's a busy day. Great to have you with us on CTV News.
You bet. Thank you. Take care.